or the police. What's up? Foxy looking fine.
Foxy, 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 Foxy.
People often ask me, what kind of life would it be if we lived in the state of anarchy? Now, anarchy, simply and solely, the etymology simply means without a master, without a ruler, without a ruling class, no rulers. That's all it means. Now, I can't predict what the world would be like whether we continued with government or whether we lived in an anarchist paradigm, but nobody can predict that. In this statist world, people believing in government and the necessity of it, you're not free. The beauty of anarchy is there is no plan. It's freedom. You do as you wish, except the only rule being the non-aggression principle. That's what jail is for. That's where violent criminals belong. Nobody else. And our jails are full of them. Why? Because it's a $sign on your head. But I digress. You don't get to complain to daddy government or some violent authority who's going to put a gun to your head or else and make you do whatever your neighbor's complaining about, like he doesn't like that you painted your house purple. Well, in an anarchist world, you're going to have to deal with that. Build a wall. I don't know. Put trees there. But you're going to have to get over it. That's just part of it, because I'm sure there's going to be some stuff that you're doing that neighbor's not going to enjoy. However, that neighbor's going to have to suck it up too. It's called tolerance. It's called love. It's called freedom. That means you're a big person and you watch out for yourself. Do you prefer safety or a sense of safety? Or do you prefer your butt to be clean? If you prefer to feel safe, have the sense of safety over having a clean tush, and I assume that you wipe your own tush, why would you expect somebody else to protect you, to ensure your safety when you wipe your own and you find safety to be more important? Another concern people have is, well, then, the next tyrant is the one with the most followers or the most money or whatever article of power you want to believe enables tyrants to gain power over countries or regions. It's not the tyrant's fault. It's not the tyrant who is the problem. The problem is you. The problem is you legitimizing the authority of this tyrant. If he didn't have anybody praising him and saying, oh yes, you're the best, please lead us, we'll follow you, then he'd just be some fool in the street talking to himself. So it's not him. Look within. And along with being responsible for your own self, you'd have to look up from your phone and be more aware of the people around you, the 3D people, and get to know them and get that sense of community, because you'd all be looking out for each other that way. And that's where the bonds come in, and that's where your jury of peers come in, people who actually know you, know the situation. Part of that responsibility, too, in looking out for each other is to recognize the tyrant as he's attempting to rise to power, and with the community, stop it before it gets out of control. Right now in the Cop Watch community, this is a state of anarchy right now. Not everybody gets along, and that's okay. Mind your own business. However, when there's people rallying people up underneath them to get this following in order to take over and to conquer, and duping people on the way up, that is the exact same thing as a politician. They sit there at the podium and sit there and tell you all the great things you want to hear. But once they step off that podium, it's a whole different story. And we got that going on right now. So let's pay attention before this becomes some sort of governmental body going on in this activism. Click on. Open your eyes. Pay attention. You complain about government all the time, but you're not doing what it takes to get rid of it. So you're just illustrating the definition of insanity. So have fun with that.